OSPF works pretty traditionally when it comes to MPLS. But understand there are really two ways we can run MPLS, layer 2 or layer 3. And we are not the runners of MPLS, at least from the perspective of this class. We are interfacing with an MPLS provider to communicate routes across their MPLS backbone between the different sites that we have in our enterprise network. Okay, so if it's layer 3, we see their provider edge routers. We have customer edge routers. That's us. This would be a CE router, R1 and R2. And there would be other routers, customer routers, sitting behind those. We'll have a lot of space for it, but we definitely have other routers representing what exists at those sites. Then what we do is we run OSPF at those sites. We do form a neighborship to the PE routers. Those are not us. The PE routers are the provider routers. So we would see them in the show IP OSPF neighbor output. And then what they do is they package up our routes, our routing information, exchange that via multi-protocol BGP across the cloud, and then they relay that to the other side. There are some other routers here, just for clarity's sake. I'll insert what are called P routers in the middle of the MPLS backbone, just so we have some understanding. Yeah, the two PE routers are not directly connected. There's potentially a number of routers that are going to be crossed here, but we do not see those. All we see are our neighborships to the PE routers. And then you just make sure that you're configured appropriately for whatever interconnect you have between your customer edge routers and their provider edge routers. If we were to run OSPF through an MPLS network of the layer 2 variety, this is very interesting. What happens here is they tunnel our information, our routing information, through the provider edge routers. We do not see, from the routing perspective, their provider edge routers. This is a virtual layer 2 network. So the neighborships that you would see between R1 and R2, well, they would see each other if you had this configured appropriately. You would set up OSPF, maybe with gigabit Ethernet connectivity to the provider. You would run as a classic Ethernet network. And you would have essentially a point-to-point network built across the MPLS backbone. Yes, there are a lot of routers in the middle here, but your routing protocol would not see them. R1 is peering to R2.